So welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and today we have to start our PPB. As all of you are aware that there are most of the syllabus changed by the IABF. Clear? So we will in the earlier session we have already discussed that module C of the PPB is the same in the previous syllabus and in the updated syllabus. Clear? So first of all we have to cover the module C. That is, module C have constitutes only 5 chapters, chapter 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Clear? So today we will start with the chapter number 31 as per the previous book. And in the updated book, we will check out where this chapter, with name of this chapter, okay? And but this content is to be same as per the overview provided by the IABF. Clear? So let's start our today's discussion. That is essentials of bank computerization. Clear? So that chapter is essentials of bank computerization. So one thing I will tell you here, as in the previous examinations, there is anything regarding the negative marking. Okay. So even if we are going with the just overview of the chapter, we are able to answer the question. Okay. So now, but there is a negative marking and we have to score also at least 50 marks. So as per that, now we have to go to line by line and we'll also practice the question. Whatever we have covered, I will provide you some questions in the group or we will discuss in the live session. Clear? In the next, after completion of 2 to 3 session, we will take one session on the MCQs or numericals or case studies as per the requirement. Clear? So wherever it is needed, so that we can revise whatever we have covered. So let's start our today's session. So that is topic is essentials of bank computerization. Okay. So let's start. So the wind of liberalization sweeping through India has affected the all sectors of the economy, and the center of all these activities is the Indian banking industry. So all of you are aware that basically in the 1990s, before 1990s, there is a crunch of foreign exchange in the India also. Clear? Foreign currency. So after the 1990s, clear, by the government of the Congress, LPG policy was to be introduced in India. Clear? LPG policy introduced in India. So from that, liberalization word is to be taken. So LPG policy was introduced by, at that time, the Prime Minister was PV Narasimha Rao. Clear? PV Narasimha Rao at that time. They launched the LPG policy. Can anyone tell what is the LPG? That is liberalization, privatization, globalization. Clear? That is, they want that foreign companies will come to India and they invest in India. Clear? And they invest in India. So liberalization, earlier there are very hard rules to basically to establish any factory or to establish any organization in India. Clear? So now they will liberalize. Clear? They will relaxation of the some rules in that, so that foreign companies will come to India and invest in India. Privatization. Clear? Earlier many of the basically only government companies. Now they invite private agencies to invest in India. Okay, globalization. So the wind of liberalization sweeping through India has affected all the sectors of the economy. And the center of all these activities is the Indian banking industry. In such a fast changing environment, clear, in such a fast changing environment, to meet the emerging needs, the operation in banks need immediate automation to provide services comparable to the best international standards and to match technology changes taking place in the other countries. As you know that earlier all work is to be done manually. Now it is changed to the CBS. Okay. So now you earlier, if you want to withdraw money, you have to visit that branch where your account is to be maintained. Now, presently, with the introduction of the CBS, that is core banking solution, you can withdraw your money at any place, clear, at any branch of the same organization or of the same financial institution of the or of the same bank, clear, as per your need. And even they will provide you ATM, mobile banking, internet banking, and many other sources. Transfer the funds. So Indian banks undertook very little efforts. Clear? So Indian banks undertook very little efforts for modernization in respect of work technologies, particularly in the areas of introduction of computers and communication networks until the early 1980s. Clear? As you know that Many foreign banks have utilizing these technologies in their day-to-day activities. Clear, but India there is very less introduction of that. Clear, there is very less introduction of that. So with the passage of the time, clear, with the passage of the time, in India also technology is introduced in the banking industry. Only after 1983 and after the first report of Rangarajan Committee, clear, only after 1983 and the first report. Okay, only after 1983 and after the first report of Rangarajan Committee were there brisk activities in order to bring quick technology changes in the field of computer and communications. Clear? So for some time, basically, they will ask question in the examination who represent the first report regarding the technology changes in the field of computers and communication, basically in the banking industries. Clear? In the banking industries, who will first introduce? That is, a first report was to be done by the Rangarajan Committee. Clear? First report was to be done by the Rangarajan Committee. So can anyone tell basically who is Rangarajan? Rangarajan was Deputy Governor of RB. Deputy Governor of RB. The name is Dr. C. Ranga. Okay. So please remember the difference between that. Sometimes, as last time I have discussed this term, and some students confuse Rangarajan with Raghu Ram Rajan. Both are to be different. Clear? There is a time period. It is 1983 and the report is, and Raghu Ram Rajan, it is between 20, near about 2013 to 2016 or 2014 to 2016. Clear? So there are a lot of difference between that. Clear? So please remember the difference, both of them. Now move to the next point. Banking computerization. Clear? Now next point which we have to discuss here, that is the banking computerization. So the concept of bank computerization practically started after 1980-81 and more precisely gained pace in the year 1983-84 after setting up a committee in the year 1983 under the chairmanship of the then Deputy Governor of RBI, Dr. C. Rangarajan. Clear? Dr. C. Rangarajan. This committee was set up. Clear? This committee was set up to study the possibilities and studies. Clear? So this committee was set up to study the possibilities and studies involved in the bank computerization. Okay, so this committee was set up to study the possibilities and study stages involved in the bank computerization and to prepare guidelines for the same. Clear? And to prepare guidelines for the same. The report submitted by the committee in the year 1984 was known as the first Rangarajan Committee report on the bank mechanism. Clear? So first time the report was submitted in the year 1984 and that report was to be known as the first Rangarajan Committee report on the bank mechanism. Clear? On the bank mechanism. Clear? Please remember that. First time report was to be presented in which year? 1984, and that report is to be known as the first Rangarajan Committee report on the bank mechanism. Second one, another committee was constituted in the year 1988, clear, after 4 years. Same under the chairmanship of Dr. C. Rangarajan to draw up a prospective plan on computerization of banks for a 5-year period from 1990 to 1994. Clear? So next time, after 4 years, clear again, another committee was constituted under the chairmanship of Dr. C. Rangarajan. Clear? So now in this time, basically now this time they have to be develop a plan how they will implement the decision of the committee. Clear? In the upcoming 5 years. Clear? For the upcoming 5 years. And I think all of you are aware that, clear, in the year 2000 there are introduction of the computers in most of the banks. Clear? And till 2010 all banks are to be computerized. Clear? Near about till 2010, all banks and their branches are to be computerized properly. Okay. So with the passage of the time, it takes time and lot of efforts because earlier staffs also don't have that much knowledge regarding the technology. Clear? And with the passage of time, you know that everyone has to learn new technology. Clear? And to update with the trends, what is going on. Okay, so it will take a lot of time. So you know that here from the 1980s, the process is going to be started and it takes a lot of time to be properly implemented. Now move to the next point. So here, first of all, you have to remember that first time 1984 under the Deputy Governor of RB Dr. C. Rangarajan, and again second committee 1988. Okay, so now move to the next one. Need for the computerization. This is most important question for the examination. This question I have already asked many times in the examination. This is most important. Need for the computerization. Clear? So what is the need for the computerization? So the four major objectives of the computerization in the banking are to be improved. Why? Please, I will tell you again. Please focus on this module. That is banking and technology. Sorry, technology in the banking. Very, very important. Because earlier there are 5 modules. Now they have removed 2 modules from that. Clear? Now they are removing 2 modules from that. So now this is most important and easiest module, that is banking technology. So this is the most important point for the examination point of view. So what are the objectives of the computerization? The 4 major objectives of the computerization in the banking are to improve. First one, that is to improve the customer service. Second one, housekeeping. Third one, decision making. Fourth one, productivity and profitability. Clear? Productivity and profitability. Clear? The 4 major objectives of the computerization in the banking are to improve. First one, that is customer service. Second one, housekeeping. First one, customer service. Second one, housekeeping. Third one, decision making. Fourth one, productivity and profitability. Clear? Fourth one here, that is productivity and profitability. Clear? So these are the 4 major objectives of computerization in the banking. So please remember that customer service, housekeeping, decision making, productivity and profitability. Clear? Productivity and profitability. So next one. Speed and accuracy. Clear? Why there is a focus on the computerization? First point, that is speed and accuracy. Clear? Speed and accuracy are the hallmarks of the computers. Clear? Speed and accuracy are the hallmarks of the computer. Clear? So this type of thing they have asked in the form of the question. Clear? Which of the following are the hallmarks of the computer? That is speed and accuracy. Clear? So every line we have to take in the form of the question. Clear? As you aware that most of the questions in the examination, they will ask directly from the book, but we have to go through each point and try to understand in the easiest form so that we are able to remember in the long run. So computer have a vital role. That is vital, that is important role. Computers have a vital or important role to play wherever there is a huge volume of transactions. Clear? Wherever there is a huge volume of transactions and the work needs completion within a specified period. Clear? And the work needs completion within a specified period. Consumer today are becoming more discerning and demanding. Clear? More discerning and demanding. Clear? So now they will demand that their work will be done in a less time and with the accuracy. Clear? So that for these things, technology is to be required. So there is a price on their time, and therefore, when they visit a branch for a deposit or a check encashment, they are looking for a quick settlement of their transactions. So thus the advantages flowing from computerizations are many, and most people in the working industry recognize it. Clear? Most people in the working industry recognize it. So the main objective, which we have already discussed, the main objective of the computerization at the branch level. Clear? So this is which we have discussed here, that is in the banking, this is at the branch level because customer service is to be done at the branch level. So the main objective of computerization at the branch level should be to improve the customer service, quality of housekeeping, and the generation of data for better management control. Clear? The main objective of computerization at the branch level should be to improve the customer service. Clear? Should be to improve the customer service, quality of housekeeping, and generation of data. Clear? Quality of housekeeping and generation of data for better management control. Clear? And generation of data for the better management control. And now this is branch level. Clear? So this is the point in the examination. They will ask question, what is the objective of the computerization at the branch level? Second point which they will ask in the examination, that is what is the objective of computerization at the regional office? or the head office, RO or HO. Clear? So these types of questions they will ask in examination. So at the regional and the head office levels, clear, at the regional and the head office levels, what is the purpose? The purpose of computerization should be to store, analyze, and retrieve the data received from the branches, generating information speedily, thereby strengthening the internal control over the branches for the policy formulation. Clear? Thereby strengthening the internal control over the branches for the policy formulation. Clear? So this is the objective of the computerization at the regional and head office level. Clear? So you have to remember both these things. Clear? What is the objective at the branch level and what is the objective at the regional and head office level? Clear? I will explain once. So at the branch level, it should be to improve the customer service because customer dealing is to be done in the branch, quality of the housekeeping, and generation of the data for better management control. And at the regional and head office levels, the purpose of computerization basically should be to store, analyze, and retrieve the data received from the branches, generating information speedily, thereby strengthening the internal control. Clear? Thereby strengthening the internal control over the branches for the policy formulation. Clear? Thereby strengthening the internal control over the branches for the policy formulation. Clear? For the policy formulation. Okay, so now move to the next one, that is standalone computerization system, multi-user system, multi-user computer networking, and delivery channels and anytime banking. Clear? So these questions they will frequently ask in the examinations. Clear? In the today's session, we have to discuss up to this much point. In the next session, we will discuss in detail all these points along with some of the question, that is branch level computerization, which we have already discussed. So now in the upcoming session, we will discuss in detail total branch automation, computerization at the regional, circle, and journal level, and we will discuss questions also what they have asked till now from these topics. Clear? So in the next session, all these things we have to discuss in detail. Clear? Hope what we have discussed today it is clear to all of you. Just 3 to 4 basic points we have discussed in our today's session. Like first of all, we have discussed regarding the introduction of the computer, and this is to be done by the first report by the Rangarajan committee. And set after that in 1988, under the chairmanship of Dr. C. Rangarajan, again committee was constituted. Clear? To draw up a plan on the computerization of the banks for the 5-year period. Now next one, that is what are the 4 major objectives of computerization in the banks. Clear? So these are the objectives. Some are like these are the at the branch level also. Clear? So after that, we will discuss what are the hallmarks of the computer, that is speed and accuracy are the hallmarks of the computers. After that, we will discuss what are the objectives of the computerization at the branch level and at the regional and head office level. Okay. So we will expect the question in the examination, and I request all of you, if you go through all the sessions regularly and attend all the sessions and go through the MCQ discussion, definitely you are able to answer all the questions in the examination. Clear? So we will cover everything, like whatever they will mention in the syllabus, we will cover everything in detail. So thanks to all of you for attending this short discussion.